Hello, everyone. My name is Holly, and I will be the English trainer for this hour. And we will be doing the conditional if you were. So we'll talk about different situations. If you were in this situation, what would you do? And that is what we will be doing today. Um, Hello, how are you today? Hello, Carlos. How are you? Hello, Carlos. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah,
Hi.
yes, teacher, I can.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Remind me where you are from. Was it is it Brazil that you were
Yeah.
from? Okay. Yeah, we have several
Not.
Carloses and they're from all over the world. So, is Carlos a common name in Portuguese and in Spanish?
In Spanish, it's Carlos. In Portuguese, I don't know, but my native language is Spanish.
Spanish. And then what country are you from?
I'm from Honduras.
Honduras. Oh, that's right. Okay.
It is.
Honduras. Yeah. All right. And hello, Oscar. How are you today?
Hello, Holly. Fine, and you?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. And remind me where you are from. Was it Mexico?
No, I'm from Colombia. I'm from Bogota,
Colombia.
Colombia.
Okay, okay, I'm sorry. I'll remember it eventually. So, and hello, Jinyu. How are you?
I'm fine. Long time no see.
Yeah, it has been a long time. Yeah. So, have you gotten back into the groove of teaching after your vacation?
I started to work.
Yeah.
Teacher, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I started to work.
Mhm.
Teacher, I feel your sound is different from the normal days.
Yeah, I have had a cold since
Oh,
Wednesday. So my voice apparently is getting better every day. That's what people have said. But yeah, Wednesday my voice was almost gone. Thursday it was a little better. Yesterday it was, and today's even better than it was. So Oscar, is it better, Carlos and Oscar? Is it better than it was yesterday, or do you
Yes.
remember? Yeah,
Yeah, it is better
it's the
than
same.
yesterday.
Yeah, better than yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think by the end I taught 4 hours yesterday, and by the end of that time, I was coughing every 3 minutes. I kept muting and I kept coughing and so forth. So, but that's part of being having a cold and so forth. So, right, yeah. So I guess thank you for noticing. I guess so. Anyway, so what time is it right now in China? Shouldn't you?
it's about it's at 10:13.
10:13 a.m. Okay. All right. And Oscar, what time is it in Colombia right now?
Uh, it's 9 o'clock, 9 to 5.
9:05. You would say
9:05.
9:05 or 9 p.m. and 9:05, 5 minutes after 9. Okay. And Carlos, what time is it in Honduras?
In Honduras is 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Okay. All right. And hello, e-teacher. Was it e-teacher Antonio?
Please,
Is that
yeah, please call
what
me
is your name?
Antonio. Antonio, please call me Antonio. Good
Antonio.
evening here in my
Awesome.
country. Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening, teacher. My name
Good
is
evening.
Antonio.
All right. All right. So what do you teach as an e-teacher?
Well, I give English classes to my community here in my city.
Ah,
Hmm.
awesome.
Yeah, well,
And you were and where are you from?
I'm from Lima, Peru. Lima is the capital of my
Peru.
country. Peru is in South
Uh-huh.
America. Hmm.
Uh-huh. Yes, absolutely. I remember doing a report when I was in 6th grade on Peru.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, it was one of the Bolivia and my little group. We had 4 of us, and we had to study Bolivia and Peru. And at that time, we did not have the internet. And so we had to go to the library and look at
Mm,
encyclopedias
those
and
years,
stuff like
those
that.
years.
Yeah, I remember those times. So
Yeah.
maybe you don't. I don't know.
No, it
Uh,
was perhaps
so
19 in the 80s, early 90s, mid 90s.
for me, it was in the early 80s. It was
Oh,
actually in
no, definitely not.
81,
Yeah.
81, 82 is when I was in 6th grade. So, or no, 80, 81. Anyway,
Well,
anyway, it's nice to meet you, Antonio. All
nice to meet
right.
you too.
So,
Hello, everybody.
all right. All right. So, we have Antonio. We have Carlos from Honduras. We have Oscar from Colombia and Jinyu from China so far. And what time is it right now in Peru?
Exactly 9:07. 9:08 right now.
9:07.
Hmm.
9:08. Okay. Yeah. The
Yeah.
U.S. Last night, the U.S. had their uh, spring forward daylight savings time time change. So it is an hour later. So normally, this class would be what I would call the 7 o'clock class, but it's now the 8 o'clock class
Mm.
for me. So I was wondering why, when in an earlier class, I was like, why are there people from Spain here? It's really late. And then I realized Europe has not changed their time, and
Oh,
so and I guess you guys have not either. Hi, Kako. Kako, what time is it in Brazil right now?
Hi, teacher. It's 11 p.m.
11 p.m. Okay. All right. Well, it's 8 p.m. here, so it's now closer closer in time. Excellent. All right. So what we are going to do today, this is a live online discussion. So this is a more or less a fluency class where you will practice talking about the conditional. If I were, I would, or I will. If you say I will, it's pretty much 100% chance that you would do this. It would be less of a chance. I would. Okay. So let's go ahead and start, and bear with me a moment. So I will ask you guys some questions. So let's start with Jinyu. If you were rich, where would you go on your next holiday?
If I were rich,
Rich.
I would. If I were rich, I would visit the USA.
I would visit the USA. Is there any specific place in the USA that you would want to visit?
I would visit. I would visit the Times Square.
You would visit Times Square in New York City. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Have you had the chance yet to come to North America?
I have never been to abroad.
Okay.
I am always staying in China,
Okay.
so I continue to learn English.
Mhm.
Maybe in the future, I would visit the
Mhm.
US.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Well, I'm hoping. I think many of us are hoping in the future to visit China too. So, awesome. All right, and Kako, how about you? If you were rich, where would you go on your next holiday or vacation?
If I were rich, I would go to Greek islands
Mm-hmm.
because I am fascinated by ancient cultures,
Mm.
and
Mm-hmm.
there is there is the bed of the Western culture.
And it is the best of the bed. Okay, yeah, the bed of the Western culture. Okay, I get that. I totally get that. Awesome. Um, Oscar, how about you? If you were rich, where would you go on your next holiday?
If I will reach,
If I
I
were rich, I would.
I will go around the world,
Uh-huh.
uh, especially in Europe and France and Germany and Italy
Mm-hmm.
uh, and and Japan and China.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. No question for you, Oscar. Have you had the opportunity yet to travel to Europe?
No, not yet.
Okay. So one day
One day,
you
yes.
will get the chance. Awesome. All right. Hello, Elisa. How are you today?
Hello, Holly. Good evening. Fine,
Nice,
thanks. And you?
nice to see you. So where are you from, Elisa?
Brazil.
Brazil. Awesome. Okay. All right. And uh, we're just going through and systematically answering different questions, remembering if you were. So if you were, you would say I would or I will. If you say I will, it's 100% chance that this would happen. So Carlos, if you were rich, where would you go on your next holiday?
Um, if I were rich, I like to be visiting Eastern Island. Um,
Oh, wow. What? Easter Island. Why Easter Island?
Eastern Eastern Islands,
Uh-huh.
islands,
Yes. Yeah, why?
because it's not far from my country,
Uh-huh. Okay.
and Hawaii also. Hawaii is
Uh-huh.
so far also
Mm-hmm.
from my country, and there are rifts.
And there are rifts? What do you mean by rifts?
Yeah, there are waves in
Waves.
the
Okay.
reefs.
Waves.
Reefs.
Okay. I heard rifts, which is a completely different word. I heard uh, RIFTS. Everyone, I'm moving over to the Google chat, but I heard the word RIFTS. Reefs. Okay. Reefs. Okay. I heard the rifts, and that means arguments. If you have a rift in your family, or you have a rift in your company, it means there's arguments or problems. I'm like, what kind of rifts would there be? So okay, so reefs, yeah, awesome. All right, and Elisa, how about you? If you were rich, where would you go on your next holiday? Elisa, I think you're muted. Are you able to speak?
Sorry,
Okay,
sorry.
no worries.
I would visit to the Disneyland.
You would visit Disneyland in
Yes,
California?
yes, it's my dream.
Which one would you go? Disneyland in California, Paris, Tokyo, Hong Kong?
No, California.
Oh, okay, the first one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is your dream. Okay. And why it's your dream. So tell us a little bit about it. Has it been a dream since you were a little girl, or why?
Yes, yes.
Uh-huh.
Since I, I, I had 7 years old.
Okay, since I was.
I love the princess. I love the persons of Walt Disney.
Uh-huh. So since I was 7 years
I
old.
was. Yes. Sorry.
Since I was. Okay. Instead of I have. It's very common for a lot of people to say I have an age, but it's always to the to be verb. So since I was 7 years old. Wow. Okay, so question for you. What is your favorite Disney movie of all time?
uh, Snow White.
Snow White. Okay. Yeah, Snow White was one of my top ones, but I think now it's Beauty and the Beast. So,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. And Antonio, how about you? If you were rich, where would you go on your next holiday?
If I were rich, I would definitely go over the museums around the world because I love watching a lot of pictures of famous painters or artists,
Mhm.
and also because I would like to learn about the history.
Mhm.
Last time I was in the US, I visited the Museum of Nature,
Uh-huh.
uh, which is very near Central Park, and I
Mhm.
really enjoyed watching the skeletons of the dinosaurs,
Mhm.
and it was amazing. I read a lot of information about this. It's different from just reading this information in internet or via
Mhm.
internet than
Mhm.
watching by yourself, face to
Mhm.
face,
Yeah.
with the skeletons there. That sensation of being the history,
Mhm.
and that's what I would do if I were rich. No?
So you would go from. Now, question for you: would you go to art museums, or would you go to
In
historical museums,
fact,
or both?
in fact, I haven't got a favorite one. I believe that we all should learn a lot from everything, you know, from all the
Uh-huh.
kinds. But if I had to say which is my favorite one, I believe the history museums,
Mhm.
because I love learning a lot about what we were in order to be better in the present time.
Mhm. Okay. So when you when you get to London, have you been to London yet?
I would like to go someday. I have heard a
Okay.
lot about London. Some of my friends have already been there, and
Mhm.
definitely told me that it's a wonderful city, capital of
Yeah.
England.
You.
And yes,
Yeah. Well, when you get there, you can spend days going to free museums.
around 2 days because you know that
Uh-huh.
it takes a long time to go over all the places inside the nature of the Museum of
Exactly.
Nature. So you
Mhm.
need to spend a maximum or minimum 1 day just to give a
Yeah.
quick look. No?
Exactly. Just a quick look, but if you want to spend more time, you could be there a week, and because
Yeah,
there's
it's
so
true.
many, so
It's
many.
true. It's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
Excellent.
That's in fact, that's what I heard from some people
Mhm.
that have been there. No, that you should be there for more than
Uh-huh.
1 day, man. Then, you know,
Yeah.
I was there just only for a week, so in the city. That's why
Uh-huh.
I couldn't spend more time there. I would like to do it someday again.
Hmm. Yeah, I've been there several times, and this last time I went with people who are really frugal, real frugal travelers, and so they taught me about the free museum idea, and I never really thought about it before that.
Mm.
Um, so a frugal traveler is a person who is very very good with their money.
All right, good, good.
Okay. And Claudio, welcome, welcome.
Hi, Holly.
Hi, welcome. Good to see you. So, question for you. We're going over the conditional. We're just practicing the conditional because I assume you guys have all studied this before. So, if you were, remember, if you say if I were if I were, I would, or I will. And if you say use the word I will, it means 100% of a chance that this will happen. So, if you were rich, where would you go on your next holiday?
Um, If I got a holiday, I would go to maybe to Hawaii.
Really? Okay, so you're
I
the
got
second
money
person
as
that said
well.
Hawaii.
If I
What?
got money to take this kind of trip as well.
Uh-huh. Okay, so why Hawaii?
Because I like to surf, Holly, and
Uh-huh.
I really enjoy like nature trips. Like I'd rather to go to some place with a beautiful nature, and
Mhm.
I'm very curious to find to know what kind of waves Hawaii has.
Mhm. So instead of natural trips, you would say nature trips. So I'm really interested in the nature. Okay. Excellent. Okay. So I now want to just ask a few of you some of these questions just for time's sake. Jinyu, if you were rich, where would you live? Jinyu, are you there?
Oh, I'm here. I mute
Okay.
myself.
Okay.
If I were rich, I would live in the moon.
And where?
Moon.
Wood?
In the moon.
Mool?
Moon. Let me type this.
Okay, please type it. Oh, I would live on the moon. Okay, so on
Moon.
the moon. Moon.
I would live on the moon.
Moon. Yeah, okay. On the moon. All right. So why? Any idea
I
why?
like to enjoy the quiet places.
Okay.
Uh,
That would be
the
fascinating up there.
the the places. Uh, the place the place where I am living currently are very crowded and
Mhm.
lonely.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I want to visit the most quiet. I want to visit the most peaceful place.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah, and the moon probably would be. That's for sure. All right. Elisa, how about you? If you were rich, where would you live?
I would live in London.
Really? Why London?
Yes. In my opinion, the city is clean, people
Mhm.
are educated, the government respects the people. In Brazil, we have many problems with our go gov govern.
Government.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so you just really respect London. All right, and London though also has many people from around the world, so it makes it more fun being so metropolitan. So that's great. All right, Claudio, how about you? Question for you: if you were rich, what job would you have?
Uh, if I were rich, I probably would have the same job that I have today,
Uh huh.
Holly.
Uh huh.
But maybe I would change the way that I have worked. Like sometimes I have to work in some jobs that I don't like a lot, so I would I would put these jobs out,
Mhm.
and I probably would just I would keep working just on the jobs that I really like to do, but in the same profession, I would stay doing the same thing that I have done.
Uh huh. Okay. Excellent. And how about you, Kako? If you were rich, what job would you have?
If I were rich, my my unique job would be managing my richness and take advantage of the life and help my family and people who I think are deserved or are needed.
Uh-huh. So maybe you'd be the estate manager or something like that. Manager of your estate. So excellent. I'll write that down. Um, so you would just manage your life. It kind of reminds me, have you seen the movie Kako About a Boy? It was made probably about 10 years ago or more. It's about a boy. It's a Hugh Grant was the actor, and he is rich, and he lives off of royalties that of his something his dad did, and he has no time for a job. It's a real funny movie. So
No,
a British
teacher,
movie.
I,
I
I
would
have I
suggest it.
have never watched it,
Yeah.
but
Well, if you
but I will
uh
search for it, look for
yeah.
it.
Okay. If you guys have a chance, at least I thought it was funny, and I enjoy comedies. So, all right, Oscar, how about you? If you were rich, what job would you have?
Um, if I was a rich,
If I were
uh,
rich?
if I were rich, I like to 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 job in Formula Uno driver.
Oh, okay. I would drive Formula One.
Yes,
Now, I heard yesterday that Formula One season just started. Is that true?
yes, it's
Yeah.
true.
So how did they have their first race yesterday? Or
Uh, no, I can watch the race.
okay. So who are the like leaders right now in Formula One?
Um, is mm, um, is a England pilot. He's the name is in this moment. Uh,
Okay, so he's an English driver?
yes,
Okay. That's all I need to know. He's from England. So, okay.
and give me a second is Hamilton.
Okay.
Hamilton.
Is Michael Schumacher still driving, or did he retire?
Schumacher, he's retired.
Okay. 'Cause that's the last time I heard about Formula One. So that was probably 4 or 5 years ago. So, all right. Thank you. Antonio, question for you. If you were rich, what kind of car would you drive?
Oh, if I were rich, what kind of car? Well, I believe that the first feature of a car I would consider in order to buy the best one, it would be one car that can offer me a lot of safety.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the best airbags. In fact, honestly, I do not know a lot about brands, but I guess that the best known ones, such as Honda, Audi, and perhaps Volvo or
Mm-hmm.
Volkswagen. And
Mercedes.
secondly, the other feature I would consider in order to buy the most expensive car is one that can be big enough for all my family. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I love. I would like to take them all over my city to take them those places far from my country, far from my hometown, so they can see. I need a lot of space inside the car. So I believe with that money, I would buy the biggest car, the biggest car of the market.
Oh, okay. So you would buy it you would consider your family for it for
Yeah,
your.
just only 8,
Uh,
10, 12 people, no more than that. No.
wow.
No minivan, just a car, sedan. Perhaps I don't know the name of these kind of cars that you can
What?
take to the mountains with around 7 rows of seats. or 3
Yeah.
rows of seat for 12 people. No?
I think that would have to be either a minivan or an SUV.
Yeah, the SUV cars. Yeah, the SUV
Yeah.
sport utility
Utility
vehicles.
vehicle. Yeah, an
Yeah,
SUV. I can't remember.
yeah.
I can't remember what kind it is that has the 3 rows, but
Recently, I have been to a car store, a Honda car store here in my city, and I saw a
uh-huh.
Pilot. Pilot is one of the biggest
Uh-huh.
models of cars on Honda. No,
Uh-huh.
I believe that would be the one I would choose, and cost around $45,000.
Wow.
And I need to be rich in order to buy that.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. So, all right. And Carlos, how about you? If you were rich, what kind of car would you drive?
If I were rich, um, I would like to drive. I would like to drive Mercedes Benz.
Uh-huh. Okay. Any specific kind of Mercedes?
Not
No, just a
not any.
Mercedes. Okay. Yeah. My brother, he's not rich, but he ended up buying a Mercedes. It was an older one. It was a Mercedes SUV, and I didn't even know that Mercedes made them like that. But he was able to get it cheaper because it was used. And I don't know if he still drives it because I haven't seen him in about 6 months or a year. So, all right, let's go on. So, bear with me a moment. Okay. Hello, John. How are you?
Hey, Holly, I'm fine, thank you.
Remind me where you're from,
I'm
John.
from
Was it Mexico?
Brazil.
No.
Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay. Brazil. Awesome. Okay, welcome. Well, we're just systematically going through different questions. And so, Kako, why don't we start with you? If you were going to listen to a song before you died, what song would it be? Why? Okay, first of all, I made a grammatical mistake when I wrote this. So what song? What is? Can anybody figure out the mistake? Can anybody correct it?
Would
you
it
need
be? Would it be?
Okay, so what song would it be?
what song it would be?
Yeah, what song would it be? Okay, so Kako, what song would it be?
Mm.
I would choose a truly spiritual Bach
Mm-hmm.
music
Okay.
because it would prepare my soul to pass away.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, okay. Uh, And but Bach though is who you would choose. Awesome. Is there any
Yeah.
specific? Do you know that I don't know the song names of the songs anyway, so I guess I shouldn't ask. So, Carlos, how about you? If you were going to listen to a song before you died, what song would it be and why?
Um, I would like to. I like to, to be um, listening um, instrumental uh, instrumental song,
Okay, some
but
type of
not
instrumental music. Uh-huh.
yeah instrumental, but
Uh-huh.
I don't know at the specific uh, song, but
Uh-huh.
one of many songs,
Uh-huh. Okay.
one
So,
of the many songs.
mhm. All right, thank you. All right. Claudio, how about you? What song would you listen to before you died?
Oh, before I died. Okay, in English, I would like to answer this question using an English sound and an American sound,
Uh-huh.
an American sound. And
Okay.
I would listen to the Bobby Dylan music and like a Rolling Stone, maybe.
Oh, okay. Okay, so some Rolling Stone songs. Is there a specific song?
Oh no,
No.
the music by Bobby Dylan, call
Uh-huh.
it like a Rolling Stone. Do you know this music?
Oh, no. I'm not very good with music, so I don't know names of songs. I
You don't
probably
know,
have heard it,
you don't
but
know Bob Dylan? Bob
I
Dylan,
know
huh?
Bob Dylan. Yeah, I know Bob Dylan. I also know the Rolling Stones, but I don't know their songs. I don't know the names of their songs, I guess. So,
Like a Rolling Stones, like
yeah.
that.
Okay, cool. All right. Um, and Antonio, how about you? If you were going to listen to a song before you died, what song would it be and why?
Well, my favorite band is the Beatles, not only because of
Uh-huh.
their wonderful songs, their nice and very nice melodies, but also for one of them is Yesterday, and that's the song I would like to listen if I were about to die.
Mhm.
Why? Because the message is like it makes me remember all I did when no, on my life, all through my life,
Mhm. Mhm.
and this message would make me remember the good and the bad things that I did. And well, it's no, that moment is a crucial moment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you start thinking about how good or how good person you were and
Uh-huh.
how bad. Because all of
Yeah.
us have good and bad attitudes, and that song I believe would be the right one for me in that
Mhm.
moment.
Okay. And grammatically, we probably would not say how good person you were. You would think what a good person I was,
Okay,
or
what a good
what a
person
good
I
person you
was. Yeah.
were, or either good person you were or good person I was. So what a good
Okay.
person instead of how.
All right.
Is that
Okay,
right?
what a good person I was.
Alisa, Alisa, how about you? If you were going to listen to a song before you died, what song would it be and why?
I think I would choose Pretty Woman, and
Uh-huh.
Richard Gere too would be near me, holding my hand.
Oh,
I love this movie. It's a dream. Richard Gere near me. Oh,
oh wow.
goodbye,
Does, so the
goodbye, people.
so you want to go to you also want to go to California Disneyland so that you can go on these Hollywood tours and see if you can see some guys like Richard Gere, right? So
No,
awesome.
I love it.
That's great. All right. John, how about you? If you were going to listen to a song before you died, what song would it be and why?
Uh, it's, it's a difficult question, but maybe Here Comes the Sun. Beatles is pretty nice music and it's calm and
Uh-huh.
it basically says it's gonna be better. It's Here Comes the Sun. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, I think
So
this music.
we've got two Beatles here and then two instrumental and awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Oscar, what would you sing? What kind of song before you died? What song would it be and why?
And I don't have a specific music,
Mhm.
but I like the instrumental music. Uh,
Mhm.
is the most common
Mhm.
for the when the people die.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so instrumental. So we've got three on instrumental. All right. And how about you, Jinyu? What kind of music would you listen to?
If I were going to listen to a song before I died, I would listen to Symphony of Destiny, which was composed by Beethoven.
Mhm. Awesome. Awesome. And so we've got a Bach, a Beethoven, we've got some instrumental music, and two Beatles. Then we've got Rolling Stones and like a Pretty Woman, and like many of you, I don't have a specific song, but my favorite genre of music, and I'm writing this down so you guys learn it. The genre of music would be the type of music is Christmas music. So I would probably have Christmas music played, and if I were to have a funeral, that's what my family would hopefully know to play during my funeral. So anyway, I have had I had a surprise birthday party when I was about, I think it was 28, 29, something like that, and my friend put on Christmas music. It was wonderful. In July, people were asking, Holly, it's Christmas in December, isn't it? You know, it's funny. Okay, question for you. If you were invited to a fancy dinner with the president or a celebrity, what would you do to prepare? What food, entertainment, childcare, location? So the question really for you guys really, what celebrity or president would you want to have dinner with? And then you can answer one of these questions as well. Okay, so what celebrity or president would you want to meet? So let's start with Antonio. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay,
So sorry.
okay.
Please say again.
No
Excuse
worry.
me.
If you were invited to, I'm changing this a little. If you were invited to a fancy dinner party, a fancy dinner with a president or celebrity, who
Oh,
would you want that to be?
well,
What?
I admire Steve Jobs, and if he were alive,
Uh-huh.
and if I were invited to a dinner like this, definitely I would choose him as one of the guests. No?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Why? Because I considered what he would give me uh, a lot of lessons of life. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
and I will learn a lot from his talks during this dinner. No?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And secondly, I believe I would like to have as one of the invited people or guests here in this dinner, the Mother Teresa. No,
Mother
because he's
Teresa.
all,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. If she were alive too, I would like her to be one of the guests. Why? Because she's one of the most important persons in life, due to
Mm-hmm.
all her work.
Uh-huh. Excellent. And I'm going to, if you guys don't know this idiom, I'm going to teach you right now. What you want to do, Antonio, is you want to pick Steve Jobs' brain. So pick his brain. So to pick the brain of someone is to ask them questions in order to learn about life. Say, for example, you wanted to open a company or something like Steve Jobs has, you would want to pick his brain. Or Mother Teresa, you could pick her brain about charity and helping the homeless and helping the people that she spent a lifetime doing. So if that's one idiom or piece of slang you can pick up from this class. So thank you, Antonio.
Okay.
And
Pick on someone's
Elisa,
mind, no? No, pick on someone's brain. Okay.
yeah, pick his brain, pick his mind. The brain is usually what we use. So, Elisa,
Yes.
how about you? If you were invited to a fancy dinner with somebody famous, who would you want to go with, or who would you want to be at that party? Maybe two people. Okay, Elisa, we can't hear you. Oh, there
Sorry.
you go. Okay,
Sorry
you were muted two
again.
ways probably.
Again in mute.
Yeah.
I would prepare food, Brazilian food, rice and beans.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And I I will call the singers, Brazilian singers too.
Okay. Okay. And what celebrity or famous person would you want at this dinner party?
Sorry, I don't understand, teacher.
Yeah. Who? What person? What celebrity? What famous person? Would you want Richard Gere there?
Ah, famous
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very many persons.
Uh-huh.
Mm, uh, I don't know.
Okay. Fair enough. That's fine. That's fine. All right.
I call it Teacher Holly.
Okay, Teacher Holly. Okay. You would invite me? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, yeah, because I would want to meet Richard Gere as well. So,
No, I can't because I don't prepare
oh,
to see face to face.
oh, okay. Only if you're dying would you want him to be with you. Okay. All right. All right. Claudio, how about you? If you were invited to a fancy dinner with someone famous, who would you want to go with, or who would you want to meet?
No, yes, I would like to meet Bob Dylan
Oh,
again.
yeah.
And,
Okay.
I would like to meet him, or maybe some writers as well.
Uh-huh. Okay. Is there specific writers or
Oh
just
yeah.
anybody?
Oh, I have to remember someone that is live, that is alive.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I would meet maybe that American writer. Let me think in Portuguese the name of the American writer. Um, oh, I forgot his name, Holly.
Okay.
Oh, now I have to remember.
All right.
Okay, but I forgot him. I will remember after this exercise, and
Oh,
I
don't you hate that when it's like I forget it and then you remember it later and like, oh man. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot him.
No worries. John, how about you? Who would you want to go to a fancy dinner party with? Or who would you want to meet at the fancy dinner party?
Well, I would like to meet with Emilia Clarke. He is an actress that play a role in the Game of Thrones TV show, and she's very beautiful. So I would like to meet her.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I have already met some other actors of this TV show of Game of Thrones. I had a dinner, and after the dinner, we went to a party.
Wow.
But she wasn't there. Sadly, but it was cool.
Uh-huh. Wow. Yeah, I haven't. Is this a Brazilian TV show or
No,
Hollywood?
Hollywood, Game of
Oh,
Thrones, HBO.
okay. HBO. Okay.
Yeah, HBO.
Yeah, I pretty much watch Netflix most of the time. So.
Oh yeah,
So.
it isn't in the game in Netflix.
Is it? I'll have to check it out. I haven't. Right now I'm watching the old ones, like 90s shows and stuff. All right.
It's a very good TV show.
Is it? I'll have to check it out. Awesome. All right, Carlos, how about you? If you were invited to a fancy dinner party, first of all, who would you want to meet? What famous president or celebrity would you like to meet with?
If I were invited to a fancy dinner, I would like to be in dinner with a good financial guru.
Oh,
Yeah,
like Donald Trump or Richard
yeah,
Gere.
yeah.
Not Richard Gere, Richard Branson. I said Richard Gere.
Yeah, Richard Branson. I like to be with Richard, to meet
Branson.
with Richard Branson, because their model of is different to
Mm-hmm.
other financial gurus.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Richard Branson. He managed their company, his companies, in a different way to other financial gurus.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I think that would be a person I'd like to actually sit and talk to as well, because he also quit school too. So he it doesn't have the academic qualifications that so many people have, and he's made it by his wits. So, all right. Oscar, how about you? If you were invited to a fancy dinner with a president or a celebrity, who would you want to meet with?
I prepare food. Uh,
Okay.
I prepare a soup, a traditional soup in
Soup.
Bogota. Soup.
Bogota soup. So that'd be
Bogota.
SOUP instead of soap, which is SOAP, which is what I heard. Soup. Soup. Mm-hmm.
It's called ajiaco.
Uh-huh.
It's a traditional Bogota soup.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And who would you want to meet at the dinner?
I would like to invite the Pope Francisco.
Uh-huh.
He is a special person. He's easy, humble, and easy. I like to invite him.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay. All right. And thank you. Kako, how about you? Who would you like to meet at this fancy dinner party?
I would like to meet Shakira, who is a great singer.
Mm-hmm.
And I would invite her to eat dishes as codfish, salmon, cough beef, ostrich, rice and beans, French fries, salad. I would supply beverages as wine and beer. But as I know she doesn't drink alcohol,
Uh-huh.
I would serve her tropical fruit juices and water.
Uh-huh.
It would be fantastic.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. And I want to give some suggestions. She's a famous what?
Singer.
Okay. One thing about pronunciation of that, look in the chat, in the Google chat, you'll see singer.
Singer.
Yeah, singer instead of singer. Instead
Okay.
whatever way you said it. Singer. So all right, so you definitely have the food down for specifically targeted for her. That's great. All right, Jinyu, how about you? If you were invited to a fancy dinner party, who would you want to meet with?
I would meet with Bill Gates.
Who? Bill
I
Gates.
would I would meet with Bill Gates. I would persuade him into investing more money on the internet so that the internet would become more fluent because he is the richest person in the world.
Hmm. So would you want him to invest in the internet in China and maybe convince China to open its wall,
Yes, yes, yes.
tear down the wall?
Mm.
Because I think that's probably for you the most important thing is to get that wall torn down so that the Chinese people would be able to communicate more with everybody. So,
Actually, it's important.
yeah, yeah. So,
That's a dream.
yeah. Do you think Bill Gates would have the influence to be able to do that with the Chinese government?
Uh, uh, a few months ago,
Uh-huh.
the founder of Facebook visited to China, but he only focused on the profit he would earn in China.
Oh.
He didn't talk about this issue with the leader in China.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow. So if he didn't really understand the market, if he would have gone about it differently, he would have been successful. Because is Facebook also it's also blocked, right?
The founder of Facebook
Uh-huh.
and the founder of Facebook thinks China is the biggest market for early money. So he is trying to go into the Chinese government.
Oh, got it.
He is trying to negotiate with Chinese leader.
Hmm. Well, if he's successful, other companies like Google will follow suit, most likely. So. So hopefully. All right. Well, everyone, it looks like we're at the end of the hour. I want to thank you all for your participation. I hope you had a fun time being a little bit creative and coming up with different answers. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. For those of you in Brazil and on down there, sleep well. I guess maybe you'll stay up a few more hours, depending on if you're a night owl or not. And those of you in Central America continue having a good evening, and those of you in China have a wonderful day. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you,
Thank you,
teacher.
teacher.
Bye.